Powered by Riverside FM.
Today, on the 19th of November 2025, the UK was hit with a cold snap. Temperatures have suddenly dropped from what has been an otherwise very warm November. Last week, there were temperatures in their high teens, up to 18 Celsius here in London, but they have now fallen away to zero or sub-zero in some places. As this cold snap hit the UK, I was of course left wondering, out of all of the things that could have hit us, is this the worst kind of snap? Let's review what the impact would have been if instead the UK was hit by any of the following. Snap, the card game. Positive. We all know it. You turn over playing cards one by one, and as soon as there is a match, you yell, Snap, and reach for the cards to claim them as your own. It's a game that is essentially immediate to learn, and it can be played by everyone and by all ages. So I can't help but think if we all sat down to play right now, it would bring some fun and joy, providing that players are not overly competitive nor resort to violence when grabbing the cards. Snap election. Negative. We're just over a year into the current parliament, with the government holding a huge parliamentary majority. A snap election would be a huge shock, and it's hard to see it bringing anything other than turmoil, both because the polls appeared to show that the right-wing Reform Party would finish with the most seats, and more generally because of the unpredictability that is arising from what is clearly now multi-party politics. Snap, crackle and pop. Positive. The character Snap, who found fame as part of the three-piece Snap, Crackle and Pop, best known for promoting Rice Krispies, is a lovable, impish figure. While Rice Krispies are somewhat underwhelming as a breakfast cereal, we could all benefit from the mascot Snap visiting these shores. Snapdragon. Conditionally positive. This one would be positive, assuming that it was a widespread sprouting of the attractive flowering plant, and not instead a snap arrival of a fire-breathing dragon. Snap of the fingers. Neutral. This could be rhythmically pleasing if used as the intro to a song, as demonstrated in Wham's Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. But, as pleasing as it might be, it has the downside of probably being bad for the nation's finger joints long term. Snapchat. Negative. Frankly, this social media app is already here, and not being a user, I can't comment from first-hand experience. I'll just note that both the UK's Information Commissioner's Office and the EU, via its Digital Services Act, are investigating Snapchat and seeking to fine it for failing to protect underage users. Snappy Snaps. Moderately negative. Snappy Snaps is a retail chain selling photo prints, passport photos, and photo-based gifts. If it hit the UK, such that it took over every store on the high street, it might help to rejuvenate high street somewhat, but at what cost of even more loss of diversity amongst high street shops? So, across all of those, on balance, while things can always be better, let's stick with the cold snap and ride it out.